Love and Light Collective. Much love and light. For those that don't know, I'm CYNETHA Jade. Most call me Love. And guess what, you guys? Today is my birthday. So I'm definitely going to hit this one again because don't mind me, I'm celebrating, okay? I have come this far, all right? And you know what, you guys? I truthfully, wholeheartedly hope you guys feel that way at least as much every day of the week, right? You guys don't gotta wait. We know this, right? Until your birthday to celebrate. For those that do celebrate, maybe you don't even celebrate that, okay? But celebrate life just the same, your existence, as well as, every stepping stone, every milestone, just the same, you guys. It all counts. It's all part and parcel of your makeup and who you are, as well as where you're going. And we're going to talk about positive shifts today because where you're going is inclusive of that. Positive shifts, multiple. We're going to talk a little bit about some career-ish and then aspects of romantic things and such, okay? Love and light, you guys. Welcome. I have not forgotten about giving the free gift to you today, you guys. Bear with, though. I'm really going to take this as spirit leads, and it's kind of feeling like I definitely need to get started here with the channeling, okay? Love and light, Raymond Taurus. Love and light, Shopaholic. And thank you so much for the birthday wishes, you guys. Hit up that cash app accordingly, all right? If you're so moved, right? But I digress, you guys. We've got a lot to talk about, and not to be rude, okay? Because this definitely still is inclusive of my happy place, right? Being on here with you guys, but I very much just am excited to get to some other things, other events, other affairs as well, okay? Because that's not always the case. You guys know I'm usually on here or at work. So long story short, I'm definitely excited to have some fun today. Before I had almost forgotten what it was. No, let me stop. But anyhow, we're going to talk about positive shifts, what you can expect, and even some things that you too can do to kind of align with this new earth, this soft era, you might say. And really just talking about your own inner and outer utopia. Um, you guys, life really is what you make of it, especially from this point forward. So please be mindful to be positive for yourself first, not others. Right? Same deal with love. Please be mindful to fill your own cup up first. Otherwise, where are you pouring anything more than what you already don't have, okay, outside of you and your benefit and maybe even your existence? Nobody has time for that. All right. So celebrate yourselves as I celebrate myself as well as you all. Okay. This doesn't really work so well without you guys. All right. Um, so please don't feel like I'm not excited to be here. Just been doing a lot behind the scenes, which I am extremely excited to share with you. And you know what? I guess that's a good segue. Um, you guys, I just wanted to share this because I thought it was so cutie. This is my birthday cake bag. Okay, it's not really for sale. I just wanted to show you some things that you may find, or some like aesthetics that you may find, I should say, up and coming on the Etsy shop. Okay, this was actually, to be clear, from the Cupcakes and Cashmere line of pillows that have recently come out within the past year or so. And I absolutely adore this pillow, to be clear, but I was like, how phenomenal just to have it as a bag, right? It's cute for like the weekend or just because, right? You don't have to wait till your birthday, but I digress. So thank you, Cupcakes and Cashmere, for the existence of that pillow because it's a blessing to me. And you guys, I really would appreciate it if you shared a lot more as well of what all you got going on, what all you're creating perhaps or thinking. So if you care about doing any of that, I really would appreciate you guys joining the Facebook community. It's free. The only reason why it's private is because I'm protective of my collective because I love and like you guys, right? But you are more than welcome to go over there, answer the one question that's required, all right? And you can go on in there and share of yourself, your creations, your story, your path as well, if that sounds like, something you want to do, okay? So you're more than welcome. Love and light, Sean. Welcome in. But thank you guys for being part of my birthday celebration, because this is it, okay? The celebration is what you're going to make of it, and you guys are really right now at my birthday party, to be clear. So I don't mind. I hope you don't mind either. And to be clear, I still will be doing the free readings. Thank you so much, Sean, and everyone for the well wishes, the birthday wishes. Um, but I'm just going to go ahead and get into this. I really do hope you stick out with me a little bit here. I will ring the bell. It's not going to be at the end, to be clear. I'm not going to do you like that just because it's my day, right? No, let me say. But I digress. Let's get into this. So, current energies, right? We're going to talk a little bit regarding work matters, life matters, and heart space matters. Okay. So, take what resonates, you guys, because this is a general collective. It's not a pickup pile. It's just, what's in the pile that's yours, Okay. And you'll know it if and when you hear it. If you're hearing something that doesn't resonate, no one's supposed to be making it resonate for you. So, that's okay, right? Um, Okay, enjoy your painting session, Sean. Thank you, babe. So, we're going to get into this Unshakable Inner Peace Oracle I was guided to. And we've got the one card here. It has the angelic code of 40 to be clear. Um, Maybe somebody recently had one of those, or back in the day, you kind of had a few of those 40s. I don't know. I said 40 and it just hit like that. Like, oh, what is this? OD we're talking about? Could be some significance to malt liquor. Doesn't have to be the case. All right. But what I'm trying to get at is the angelic code really is talking about wish fulfillment, okay, angelic presence, like blessings, okay. So definitely walk like that, talk like that, think like that, because that's literally the truth, anyhow. But on top of it, when you do those things that I've just suggested, stuff gets like really better, faster than just you riding the wave kind of thing, okay? You don't always have to actually be in the throes of the storm. Sometimes you can fly above it with, certain methods, prayers, affirmations come to mind, right? And of course, if it's so deemed that you should ride that wave, you're riding it in the best way possible, and no one's riding that wave any better. So no worries there either, right? Cheat code, no worries. I hope someone's getting this. So the question to ask here is, how can I invite more grace to guide me? Well, really, quite frankly, that's talking about the believability that you are capable to receive from self to self, from higher self to self, right? Really integrating what is often touted as the Christ-like mentality, really talking about being the alchemist. All right. Thank you, Sean. Um, so for things to change in your life, you have to see things as you want them, not as they are. Like, please don't bother looking to the left and to the right now. If you already know that what you're seeing and have been seeing and all you've ever known all your life you had to fight was not good. Okay. Why would you look there for more? For more what? Not good? Okay. Right now, you're supposed to not even be chasing the good. You just are the good. Okay. So what's that good life look for you? What are you wearing? What are you not wearing? Right? How are you speaking? How are you not speaking? How are you spoken to? Gosh, that's a really good question to ask, especially when you're talking about co creation. At what? This thing called life. With who? Source, the all in all, the Ancient of Days, Holy Spirit, God. Some might say Goddess. Okay. There's a few more names out there, right? Just saying, wrap your head around this, because this literally is your divine assignment at this time. Okay. And again, why are we talking about this? Because you're here for the positive shift that you came here for. It already exists. It's got your name stamped on it. There's approval uh, regarding all of this, even according to divine right one agenda. So what are we doing here? We're either doing the damn thing or not at all, right? And then at that point, you don't really have anyone or anything else to blame, because you're in charge at continuing to do things like become and or maintain your sense of discipline, all right? Your consistency, which you guys, I hope you guys caught that short the other day. Consistency is key right now. Consistency at the believability in you even being able to maintain your faith about this. Not even the believability of you seeing the fruit and reaping the harvest. Okay, there's levels to this. But baby steps are going to lead into leaps much more faster than just a, I don't know, hard pause. Right? Okay. So what is has no bearing on what will be. Long story short, it's really okay if you are in the shoes of the person. I'll say it that way because I'm not here to word curse, right? Perhaps you're in the shoes of a person, proverbially, maybe not literally, because some of you probably are barefoot right now. Well, let me stop. But anyways, you know, if you are in the category of, wow, when I look to my left, ugh, that's scary. And when I look to my right, I hate it here, right? Because that has no bearing on what will be, has no bearing on what you're already aligning to. You're already changing the trajectory away from what you want if you've been doing this work. If you've been not magnifying, right, by, okay, maybe you do have to look to the left sometimes. Okay, but do you have to look to the left and then absorb all of that? Or can you just observe it to the point of, okay, I understand the assignment. Again, going back to that divine assignment. Oh, I hope somebody's getting this, you guys. Love and light, Freaky J. Love and light, Benita Bala. And thank you. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes, well wishes. Much love and light to you all. And happy Tuesday. How about that? So this is really a lot of divinity connecting to this message. And really, it's all in the overwhelming sense of just intentionally encouraging you. Okay, and you know what that tells me, no pun intended, as the observer to this, really you're really about to be on the other side of the moment before the breakthrough. So please don't give up now, right? I mean, get what you came here for. You already came here, and what all ever you came here for already exists, if not greater. I have to say it that way because some of you are here talking about, well, I really wish Sheila would just love me. Sheila can't love you perhaps the way that Brenda's going to come in and just do the damn, you won't even, who? You know, you can't even, what? You don't even want to look them up on Facebook or nothing, right? Okay, just an example. But maybe somebody is out there named Brenda looking to love you down, just like right? Claim it if that's what you're looking for, whether the name's Brenda or not, you guys, okay? But gone are the days where you cling to and claim crumbs. Some of you aren't getting what you've been asking for because the divine's like, are you freaking serious right now? So like you, okay, you can have anyone you want. You could have that and more, right? This, that, and the third. But because this little fractal piece of like a pretend dream over here you didn't get, right? It's like, fix your focus here, honey. Okay, if you know it's been years and that person like hasn't come back, thank you, next, right? Gone are the days where you're clinging to the what ifs, the you know, memories of yesteryears. Instead, intention your focus forward into this thing called life. Prince, let's go crazy, right? Like, it's like, dearly beloved, we have gathered this day to get to this thing called life, right? Comes to mind. It's like this, it's like you're really gonna be in this thing called life right now. Call it a simulation, a hologram, a dream if you gotta, okay? It's probably all of that and more. So what of it? Focus, right? We're not here to know all ways and in all ways why, how, or when, right? But you can definitely damn sure intention your focus to be forward, all right? To be in it to win it kind of thing, and not in the sense of, I've already lost, I'm fearing that I'll never win, but I'm in it to win it. No, in the sense of, I already came here. I am winner. There's no other aspect to I am connecting to loss and desperation and poverty and grief and despair and fear when you live there. Okay, I really hope somebody's getting this, because really what we're talking about is the gift of life. Some of the other stuff that they tout it to be, not so much. I mean, you could get a spray can and make something shiny, but underneath that surface, right, it just is what it is. And now's the time for you to make sure underneath your surface, irregardless of how it does or does not present, right, what's really in there? Do you really stand for that? Do you rock with it? Okay. And you got to know your why at this. Otherwise, your whole foundation can be rocked in business, in life, mentally, heart space, right? All of that. This life is far more spiritual than you may realize, collective. Okay. And the more that you can forward your intentional focus forward, excuse me, the more that you can intentionally focus forward, excuse me, with that sense of confidence and, divine strategy, the easier this thing called life, whether you, again, want to say it's assimilation or, however else you want to describe it. Okay. All I'm saying is get what you came here for. You're entitled to it. It's your birthright. Okay. Now, I'm not saying, to be clear, that means, oh, now I'm hearing that song. Oh, Sheila, let me love you till the morning comes, which is not Prince, by the way. I used to think it was Prince whenever I was much younger. I was like, ah. And then I was like, could it be? Because I would like to have seen him sing it. But anyways, whew, Sheila, who is this Sheila? Anyways, I'm just saying, I'll go to the normal go-to for this example, Jason Momoa. All right, if that's what rocks your boat and stuff, I'm just saying you could manifest a situation where you experience at least that much of a lover, physical, aesthetic, and more, right? But don't box divinity in, talk about, no, it has to be Jason with the mamella, and like there's no other need for anyone else, like, because then you might be disappointed, you know what I'm saying? You're being all rigid and ish, and Jason's not the best fit for you on the inside, perhaps. Like, not coming for you, Mr. Momo, I'm just saying in general, right? So gosh, let me get out of this rabbit hole. I don't know where I went. I'm gonna ring the bell now before I get into another one. It's my party, and I'll go down a rabbit hole if I want to. Love and light, Madeline. Oh my goodness. Love and light, Chelsea Daly. You got messiness, clutter, laundry, and papers. That's okay. That's okay. When I tell myself when I have laundry, I go, I'm grateful that I have clothes. Right? And then also, shoot, depending on what all you live through, you know to be grateful when you have the ability to wash the clothes, right? Some people, are walking miles to do that. Others are beating rocks and stuff. No, let me stop. Love and light, eat me. So yeah, so the bell's rung, you guys. If you know what to do, know what that means, please do so now. If you don't know what any of that means and you're curious, please be curious enough to check that description box below this video or below any video on this particular channel for the live stream rules. Okay, you guys, hang out. It's my birthday. I'm not trying to work too hard. If you see somebody struggling in the comment section, please, whether you're a moderator on here or not, because it's my understanding, I think we've got like some moderator activity, but it's like in and out situation because of the timing. Please, if you know how to get into that description box and copy that link that you can paste into the chat to assist others on how to find the freaking box, I'd really appreciate that. And thank you so much. Like, literally, thank you. Thank you for the cake, eat me. I got my cake right here. I don't know if you were on here. You guys, this is my birthday cake bag I made. Yay, it's so cutie. Kind of cake. With cherries on top. Oh my goodness. All right, so let me see. Nobody Nobody has a question? Well, guess what, you guys? The bell will ring again. No worries. Maybe it's the... Oh, thank you, Sean. Thank you, babe, for posting that link. You guys, our moderator, Sean, has shared the cheat code to the cheat code. All right. So click that link if you gotta. All right. I'm going to hydrate here. And then if we don't have any takers, the bell will again ring. Might be the time of day. I get it, you guys. I was like, should I come on? But it was like, either come on now or not at all. So I'm like, I haven't been on in like 5 weeks. So there's that. But you guys, I do hope you stick around. We do have a postcard from Spirit as well, to tie in all aspects of the message today. And I don't know, I feel loved. I feel really like divinely supported. Okay. I don't know about you guys, but personally, in the physical sense, like not necessarily the case, but then again, it's been okay because I've been really just focusing on like doing me, like focusing on what the 2.0 or greater version of me like really is into. And it's been a journey. It's been eye-opening. It's been tiring at times, but very enlightening, and I definitely don't regret it. So not a contest, I'm just sharing just to keep you guys encouraged, in case you ever wondered, like you know, sometimes it's nice to just hear about other people going through some things, facing certain things, and it's like, okay, all right, I'm not alone at this kind of thing, you know. There is something to be said for like strength in numbers, even just you know, understanding that there's other people out there that can at least empathize, sympathize, um, you know, with what you're going through. Okay, let's see here, Madeline. I'm looking at the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords, but let's see. Temperance Angel energy. I'm looking at Six of Wands. What ultimately came out was a yes with the Queen of Pentacles. Is this what you normally come out as? This must be a hefty spiritual connection. But somebody needed to close out cycles so that they can bring in this 10 of Cups. Or the 7 of Wands and the 2 of Wands after it with the Lovers. They will. If they've got to walk away from something, someone, they will. However soon. Not sure about that one though. Okay. In the meantime, you work on you, you know? It's so funny. I was just talking about sharing with you guys about like me facing like aspects of me and just being honest, like coaching myself through some things and out of some others. And you know what, Madeline, take notes, right? Because that's really what like even if you weren't in the situation, even if you didn't know this particular person, Madeline and anyone who can make sense of this, on the other side of doing just that kind of work, which really is called shadow work, you really are pulling in the best version of not only yourself at that point, but any lover, right? Or any friend, any, like it really is a frequency situation. So when you're pouring into you and not like holding your breath and not outwardly focusing so that then you can focus back on you, right? Instead, you're just focusing on you and the universe and what all that has for you as far as experiences, okay? Then you're really in alignment for the actual version of yourself and this person, to really kind of get something off the ground and keep it, you know, instead of just crashing and burning all over again kind of thing, right? So please don't chase, just attract, honey bun. Okay, you don't have to I think this person might actually be going through some karma that's hitting their pockets as well too. So you really just want to stay out of the way and do you, whatever you got to focus on, whatever you got to build, okay? And just know that your yes is the yes. That's just confirmation of what you already knew anyhow. So do other stuff now in the meantime, right? No obsession, okay? Not calling you out, it's a thing. Like a lot of us get that. So that was just me generically just speaking there, Madeline, to be clear. Nobody's here like, oh, yeah. But, you know, we talk about it because sometimes you just got to talk about these things, right? And if you're owed an apology, it's coming in. All right, that's what I have for you, babe. Okay. You're very welcome. All right, let's see here. So we're going to get to this collective message. We're going to take a look at the career side of things quickly. All right. I did pull most of the cards, right? Um, but we're definitely talking about something work related here with this Eight of Pentacles, okay? There could be some significance to Pennsylvania, Scranton, as well. Or you could just have some sort of like affinity for The Office, the TV show. Um, whether, I think there was like, isn't there like a English or like a UK version first? And then um, the Scranton, Pennsylvania version. All right, so we could have ties to UK or England. All right, confirmation. All right. Oh, thank you so much. Love and light, Madeline. I really appreciate you. Thank you for that. Thank you. Like, I really appreciate that so much. Bless you. So again, we're going to start out, you guys, focusing on the career and then slide on into love, to be clear. So don't be afraid of difficult decisions is coming out. Okay. Um, sometimes like even when you like cautiously plan, or when you strategize, okay, you do have to kind of hit the drawing board, right? So it's like, oh, okay, I really thought that me and so and so were going to get this business off the ground, kind of thing, right? And it's like, they've shown you they're not, they can't. you know it's nothing personal, it's just like at this point you can't, you know what I mean? That's like expecting like to squeeze a stone and get like a full 8 ounce glass of water. It's like what, right? So you can't really like unsee that or unknow that, and you got to keep moving anyhow, right? um Not everybody is meant to go with you from season to season just because they were an integral player, just because they were a phenomenal lover, in certain seasons. Okay. And so when you kind of get like good at detaching, not in the sense of being some sort of cold-hearted bitch or something, right? But like in the sense of really just honoring the path for what it is. I mean, like, could you imagine, you guys, if you walked like 5 city blocks and then just burst out crying, not because you walked 5 fucking city blocks, but like because like you really missed the corner of such and such and such and such, and you walked all the way away from it, and so like now it's sad, right? Or like if you're driving, down the interstate, and it's like all of a sudden you just start weeping over 3 exits behind you. It's like, no, what? That doesn't make any sense, right? So when you kind of like take some of the emotionality, all right, out of the equation, you really can make some of those decisions, those tough decisions, a lot easier. And again, not in the sense of being cold hearted, but in the sense of being logical with your sense and sensibility about you regarding your level of emotions. I mean, have you never found yourself overreacting? Or underreacting, right? So there's a balance regarding this like emotional IQ that's coming in for you, if you should align to it, right? Like you can't be all stubborn about it, like, no, that's not me, and then just all of a sudden wake up like, oh, I get it now, right? But I'm giving you these cheat codes, they're coming through the cards as well for confirmation, just saying, right? And you guys listen to that song, Put It in the Bag, all right? It's in the description box. Manifest to it, okay? Put it in the bag. Where do you put it in the bag? I don't know. All of a sudden, the lyrics just started to like become magnified in my brain. Like, obviously, I know the song, but uh, really, like, what are you here for? In life and in business. Uh, you're not here simply and solely to be a 9 to 5er. I get it. You love your job. I get it. You're very purposefully placed there. I'm not saying those things. I'm saying, in spite of that, though, what are you building? Okay, you're here to be a producer, not solely a consumer. All right. What makes you passionate about change? What change do you want to become in this world? Right. You've got to start thinking bigger, you guys. If you found this channel, right? Gosh, you're on the path of a lifetime, right? You're here to do things that are bigger than you yourself, and you know that, and you've known that most likely since childhood. Okay, so don't get caught up. I'm hearing like don't sweat the small stuff, but it's really talking about like don't get caught up in the small stuff, and not really just talking about like pettiness and drama, because that should be like a no-brainer, like hello, hey, hi, right? But talking about like aspects of building. Okay, don't get caught in the small stuff. Like, yes, pay attention to fine details if that's especially something that makes sense to say for your job, your position, whether you are an employee or not, right? Whether you are a producer or not. But there is some form of emotional maturity that is a positive shift for you, collective, that if you should align to it, okay, and kind of like get into this flow state about it, you know, you're not going to be snagged at every corner. You're not, it's not going to be such a hot cold situation. It's not going to be okay, I finally made it up another ladder rung at this and then fall down another three, right? And maybe this is something that you've experienced up until now. You know, not here to word curse, but it's coming through, okay? With this fail more often, you know, I'm so sorry to tell you this, but I don't really know that there is such a thing as any billionaire, millionaire, cajillionaire, you know, I don't know how high we could go up on this thing, that doesn't know some form, measure, aspect, and or perception of failure on their own path. So if you thought you were going to come here on the other side of some form of veiled energy and not know everything always and always and never fail, that's kind of odd. Like, why are you so harsh on you? Right? Um, you know, there's such a thing as decisions, okay? And on the other side of them, depending on the occurrences, you might want to say consequences, you get an experience that tells you what you want versus what you do not want to experience. And where is the failure in that? Right? Because you're either going to say, okay, that's true. Like, I actually deserve grace because there is no such thing as absolute sheer perfection in this realm. Okay, and that's true for everybody but you. That's odd that you would set yourself up for failure and then also turn around and complain about like your failure. Maybe just stop, right? And start doing something different. That's also how you break out of the insanity loop anyhow. So it's giving a win-win-win-win-win if that's you, collective. Okay, I'm not saying it's everybody here, but for those that know, all right, you've got to really be honest with yourselves that okay, oh, that was me, right? Now that I know, I live differently, right? I choose differently. I think differently. I feel differently. I try again, right? Differently, perhaps, right? There's some aspect of knowing what you don't know. If you know that on the other side of a licensure, if you know that on the other side of a degree, if you know that on the other side of, you know, whatever, right? Some form of education, even if it's just that you literally need to meditate more to get it, to bring it in, right? To get those downloads, do it. All right. You already know that that's a cog in the wheel at this, right? Even if whatever the this is, again, may very well be bigger than you. All right, you still have your part to play at this. A lot of you aligning to this new earth consciousness, really, it's talking about choices that you're making within, choices that you are choosing to choose, firstly, because you'd have to be checked in and present to even do that. Otherwise, you're just kind of blindly milling about like a zombie, right? But instead, if you're choosing to choose, and you guys, you really can make this choice. Okay, it's really up to you. I can't choose for you. Wish I could sometimes, but that wouldn't really be so loving. And that's a fault that I'm working on, right? Like, it's like, okay, I can't over love to the point of detriment of everyone, right? So there's that. But you have the choice to choose at this, to do things like believe in you, okay, which is safe to do, right? Because the only way it wouldn't be unsafe to believe in you, okay, is if you were outside of the realm of divine sovereignty, which is not the case. When you refract your light, okay, your existence back onto source, all right, that is sovereignty. No way around it. No severability. So now that you know you can make choices and you can choose to even choose differently than you've chosen in the past, where's the problem? Okay? The problem comes in when you remain harsh on yourself, when you say everyone is not held up to the standard but I am, right? You're doing that though, and so then on top of it you're going to experience experiences outside of you, because it's all connected, this life is far more spiritual, that look like, yeah, you deserve all the hell that's breaking loose. Whole time you're making the choice to experience that type of experience. Call it a life, call it a hologram, call it an illusion, call it a dream if you gotta, call it a simulation if you gotta, but do you want to experience that? Okay, because right now the focus is forward and it's on good. What makes you feel good, okay? If you've got to get this education, if you've got to get this download and you've got to meditate more, all right, to feel good, do that, okay? Don't let it stop you. And take care of your emotional intelligence. You cannot have people, places, things pulling on your heartstrings just because. You've got to know your why. The divine, in its sovereignty, often will implement a strategy that looks like some of your most prized beloveds around you, even maybe even came out of you, some of them, okay? Just saying, can really throw you for a loop if you allow for it, okay? And you're really going to be tested at this. There's no way around that. You guys are here to learn and grow your soul. It's okay. It's not a problem, okay? However, it doesn't always seem like it's problemless. I get that. And it doesn't always feel good. I get that too, right? But it's really talking about getting you to this point of unshakable inner peace, unbreakable peace. Okay? When you operate out of that baseline energy, calm, peace, zen, serenity, okay, you're really an unstoppable force at that point. All right? But you've got to believe to receive this, and no one can do it for you. And you've got to really balance out your emotional intelligence. You've got to balance out. There's something about this dark versus light coming in as well. I did see a card somewhere in here that said about honoring the dark. Okay, honoring the dark, not in the sense of like giving up and just becoming a straight demon, right? But in the sense of, okay, I actually have this boundary. You do not get 3 tries at trying to make sure that I have this boundary about this, like about whatever, right? About whoever. Okay, and really remaining calm through that, instead of some of the old versions of yourself where maybe you even got sick, maybe even vomited on the other side of just really trying to express yourself, let alone have a boundary, right? And my goodness, look how strong you are now. It's like easy, like you just it's like the equivalent of like how like a ninja might actually like fluently whip around some nunchucks or something, right? Or some ninja stars, right? With ease. Other people would fumble, have their hands cut and their eye black and blue before they whipped it around good, But you're just good at it now. See how you needed the stimulus? Not that it felt good, not that you didn't vomit, and not that you didn't, feel like, gosh, I'd almost pay somebody to like not have this experience, right? We've all been there, right? Keep going though. Now, if you do need some help, you got to ask firstly. Some of you got to get better at asking for help, okay? And then also, some of us need to get better at accepting it just the same. It's like, don't be that one that walks around like saying, this is the problem, never has a solution, never requests even assistance for the solution. Okay, because at that point, people could just easily view you as somebody that just wants to complain. Like you don't want to be part of the solution, right? Maybe you don't always have the solution to specifically ask for others, right? But just in the sense of once you've asked the divine, getting in that receptivity energy. If you ask the divine for something, don't turn around and be like, anyone help me? I've been praying for 14 hours and I've been meditating for 79,000 hours and help me. Because if you prayed a prayer of faith. Firstly, that's really just like a one-time thing. And then even then, you've already received before you can ask kind of thing. So like, where is your belief in all of this? Because usually, you don't ask and then understand, oh, I actually have received that. It's a thing. And then go right back around and be like, where is it? I don't have it. And then wonder why it's delayed. This ain't Amazon. This is your life. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Um, Others of you with this asking for help, okay, might be a good excuse or segue if you find that you need some help to start networking. What are the people doing, saying? Where are they learning that are doing what you're looking to do and or more, right? Get with them. It's giving get with the program. Maybe there's a program, right, with that education. But in spite of it all, authenticity is still required here, okay? You're not here to hobnob with people to pretend to be like them when you never will be them. Do you see what I'm saying? So there is something about like this authenticity that's part of the cheat code though, because if you do it all like too like masked up, it could on the back end be another one of those stepping stones or learning experience gifts, right? And so please don't be that one that has to learn that lesson the hard way, okay? Also, speaking of learning lessons, let's not learn this one the hard way either, okay? With this, sorry, I must be speaking somebody's, because you guys, I'm gonna pull my sponge out. My nose is doing that thing again. Oh, I wish it wouldn't, but I know I'm speaking truth. Okay, this card, it says, I swim by myself, I swim by myself, we swim by myself. Or I said by myself, by ourselves. And this other one says, this is his, this is hers. Okay. So this is really talking about like when you are networking, okay, really keep that authenticity, but also know you're, with this positive shift, being set up into your lane, as it were. And so you dominate once you found your lane kind of thing, you dominate there. Don't fall prey to comparison, which is we know is the thief of joy, right? And even when networking, please make sure to keep your own, right? Be protective of your brand. Okay, I don't know if this is involving some form of like legalisms like TM copyright ish. Okay, but make sure that you are always like with your own receipts about your lane, and don't get overly concerned where you're not really a part of the team kind of thing, right? Gosh, I've done that on a personal note, you guys. Like, I literally like gave away like hours of free advice. What I'd like to believe is like thousands at least dollars worth of ideas, just free, just caring, just sharing is caring, right? You can overdo that to the point where next thing you know, people are just making money off of your ideas and your mind and your energy, your essence, right? So please don't be that one that's casting pearls before that type of swine either. Not calling anyone in particular swine, but those that really do look to take, and with the understanding that they're not giving back. Okay, those that look to quiet and mute out, right? People that just tend to have giftings, like obviously hello, hey, hi, we all have, right? The divine doesn't take kindly to that mentality. All right. And so no worries there, because I just let karma sort it out. I really have other things to do. You know what I mean? So if that's you, take notes. I mean, and sharing that same sentiment, because really that's the epitome of putting your best foot forward anyway, and unapologetically so, right? Um, so let me just see one thing really quick, and then I'm gonna ring the bell, you guys. Yeah, whatever you got going on at work, okay, whether this is a 9 to 5 or not, all right. Um, you could be experiencing jealousy. All right, maybe you do have a lot of ideas and people are like, could you just shut the boop, right? Like tired of hearing about how like your mind's so great kind of thing. Or like, you know, maybe you do have people trying to actually like steal your work kind of thing. Um, you're going to receive the recognition that you deserve. Okay, whether you desire it or not, I'm hearing to say, really. With the Six of Wands pairing with the Queen of Wands, whether you're a guy, girl, what have you, it's coming. I'm going to sneeze, you guys, because this is somebody's truth. One moment. I did all that and couldn't even sneeze. I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, anyways. There could be some aspect to you recently having gotten some knowledge, because I just saw the Queen of Swords as well. So maybe you've been working on getting yourself out of like a certain position, like maybe within the same company, but a certain, like out of a certain title, right? Which maybe required a little bit more education. I do see wish fulfillment, irregardless, right? Whether you're intending to work up the ranks or not, whether you're intending to gather more marketability about you and leave the job that you're at and the company or not, right? This is a general collective. It's giving, once you made the decision to actually like face the tower, right? Or once you do make this decision, that's exactly when it's giving I'm hearing rapid relief. So I don't, but it's giving instant glow up. It's giving, you're not going to regret that decision if that's you. um if you are not confident um whether or not this message is for you, like this aspect of the message is for you, please make time to connect with yourself, with your spiritual guidance team, okay, that Hanged energy. It can talk about learning aspects of spirituality as well, and the Two of Wands can speak to balance, but it is also pairing nicely with the Two of Swords, speaking of decisions, right? You know, those difficult decisions that we talked about. On the other side of it though, I mean, you there's no regrets. It's like, what tower? That was a happy one. Like that was the day I was delivered kind of thing, right? Just saying. All right. I do see in the cards that for those that are manifesting like another, um, you know, whether you put in an application or not, you've just been thinking, man, I wish I could find a different company, a different job. It is coming in, okay? Um, you just maybe need to balance your, like, it's getting time management. Like, it's like, okay, like I'm really gonna have to like either add this side hustle, or the side hustle is finding the other job while you're like balancing work life, home life with everything you got going on, okay? But again, back to this tower, um on the other side of it, she's having a good time, like, nonetheless. All right. If you like continue to hold on to what's not making you feel good about work, whether it's actually the company, the environment, or the job title, okay, it's not going to get any better. I'm so sorry to tell you. But your ship is coming in, okay? There is somebody, maybe even a man, who actually is going to be, maybe it's somebody that looks, I mean, not like, what's the guy's name? John. I forget his name. I forget his name, the actor's name. But maybe somebody that looks like this or wears this type of attire is going to be someone who offers the job or assists you with a job. All right. I think this could be somebody that, you know, when you meet them, or if you know them now, you already know that you guys share a similar story with being disappointed, specifically in the workplace, and or being mistreated, like it's like overworked, underpaid kind of thing. You could have cried in your car recently. This is confirmation that really, and this could be sometime between now and October that this comes in for you. This positive shift, okay, you guys? No, not John Stamos. Like, no, that was Fuller House. This is The Office. Oh my God, is it Kratzenberg? Hold on, let me see. Let me see. That's gonna bother me too. Hold on. I mean, I know. Okay, hold on a second. Oh, and the other one was UK, not England. Like UK specifically. Okay, now let me see. John Krasinski. John Krasinski is the, yeah. Oh, you got it, Madeline. I'm all late to the party. All right, yeah, you know it. You know it. Okay, you guys, the bell has rung. And if you are still eligible for your free yes no, Love and Light Kiki Law, you can pop your question into the chat according to the live stream rules, right? And I'm gonna get ready for the love section of the reading. I love it. I love you guys. What does your ideal life look and feel like? This is the focus. It's like, okay, so if you can dream it, right? It exists. Sounds delusional. Make it work for you though, because that's really the cheat code, you guys. It exists. You know, you want that house on that beautiful lake. Can you dream about what it looks like? What's its color? How does it sit upon the hill? Right? Like, where is it? Okay? As you intention to understand more aspects of this house, I need you to know it's in existence. Call it in. Get grateful for it. You don't have to drive you know, and know the street name and the address. Okay, maybe it's not even there yet. Just saying, you don't have to know the whys, the hows, the whens all the time, and you're not going to every time anyhow. Whether you go from one tarot reader to the next, right? Whether you plead, beg, and scream at God, as it were, right? You're in this, okay, to be in the flow state of divine timing, because divine timing is the most highest vibrational path. I know that's not what everyone wants to hear, right? But it is the truth, okay? And once you really honor that truth and start embracing it, the truth becomes a lot more pleasant and a lot more necessary, okay? There's no problem with divine timing, okay, unless you're making it a problem. All right. And you have the choice to choose to make it a problem, you guys, but man, I'd advise against it, just saying. I'd advise against it. Madeline, you made my day, babe. Thank you so much. Like, you really don't know, and I can't even say it on a live, but thank you. You guys, you know what? Each and all of you, in your own special ways, you keep me going. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. If I don't see any other takers for the free gift, okay, I'm gonna continue on. And no worries, the bell will again ring, okay? We're talking live. So here's the sitch. You could be, oh, you know what? Let me not half-ass your reading, right? Actually, in my defense, I meant to get these cards out, but I forgot. So hold on, here we go. And you guys let me know by the end of it if you want me to give the chart placements and the initials on this one. Okay, so now we're talking love, you guys. This is still a general collective message. Please take only what resonates, right? This one feels hella specific, if I do say so myself. So depending on the time we have, we might delve into like something else, right? Depending on the time I have. Okay, bear with. Okay, so somebody here could be mature. This looks like this guy though, right? Like, I'm not trying to be offensive to anybody, like, to be clear, this looks like that guy, and I don't remember his name, but he was like, for a while, like he had been like heavily on YouTube, like in the YouTube ads. He's like the spiritual guru type of individual. Forgive me, I do not know his name, and I do not know all aspects of all of his messages, to be clear. So you know, I'm not saying like run it and go listen to that guy. If you feel led to, go ahead, you know what I mean? But I don't really know. I'm not sure. I just, he looks familiar. Somebody here could have an oval face. Okay, whether this is you or this person that we're going to be talking about here. I do get what they could have a round face, or there could be some significance to white clothing. One second. Yeah, there's like a lot of rumbling in the street today, and I like to think it's just construction, but I don't know. There's a house being renovated pretty heavily on the corner of my block, but I don't know what that was. So I don't know, you guys would have heard it, but forgive me. I just that I'm okay. I just was like, what is that in the distance? Somebody here could have long hair. I'm getting this could be a hetero couple type of situation here. Uh, Somebody could actually do this with contacts. That's kind of neat, I guess. If you do it with I've never, I would love to see, well, it's interesting if you could see somebody that had one blue and then one green eye, right? I used to want blue eyes so badly, you guys, whenever I was growing up. I wanted blue eyes and blonde hair. Could you imagine? That's funny. And or somebody could have a baby face. So somebody could be like, oh, older. Yep. There could be a severe age gap here. Black hair on the bottom of the deck, right? Let me know if you guys want the chart placements in the middle initials. But let's get into whose situation this is firstly, because you got to know, right? And you would know, obviously, okay? Um, this seems to be a female here, okay? I'm going with collective member, who has been holding on to a situation, a situationship, relationship, perhaps, okay? On the other side of closing out some cycle here, okay? Giving you or guided to. This could be somebody that you definitely could have worked with, or you felt like should work, right? Like it's like, oh no, like we make sense even on paper and in the bedroom and the boardroom, like all of this is adding up kind of thing, right? But yet with this moon energy, something really wasn't actually adding up, okay? And this could be somebody who was hiding the amount of feelings that they had for you, okay? Because of a situation that they were in, whether you were aware of this or not. This could have been a situation where it's like, the thing is, it wasn't planned. Confirmation, right? Like it's like there's tension in the air. You know what kind of tension I'm talking about? You know, the sexual tension, right? Where it's like, golly, like could you actually like remove yourself from this room so I can breathe something besides your pheromones right now? Like, you know, and that can happen, you guys. I believe often entanglements can happen on the strength of like just past life energy. Like it's like, oh my god, you're soul coding, like literally it's like a glove here and here. You know, and so stuff happens, right? The thing with that is, it's not really a free pass, is it? Like, even karmically, right? There's lessons that you're going to learn. I'll say it that way. Love and light, kick it with Jay. So, this Knight of Swords leading to the King of Swords, right? There's some maturity, there's some growth there. Wow. Okay, I love to see that. Because you really don't want like you know, pages, they're not really on the board, on the radar anymore, are they? Right? Like on our end of things, right? Not that anyone's better, but it's a frequency thing. Like it's like, you know what I mean? Like once you've done the work, you don't really want to just pretend like no I didn't and just slide back down like it's freaking Chutes and Ladders or something. Gosh, that's an old reference. But anywho, I digress. a king, you know, usually that's the beginning at least of now we're talking, right? Whether guy, girl, what have you, talking this energy, all right? This intellect. Maybe you are a sapiosexual. You need some form of like intelligence, right? Conversation, all right? Um, you could have taught this person through conversing. Actually, this could have helped them in some sort of catalytic way to kind of turn the wheel, to actually integrate what their higher self knew, right? The divine does often use love and pentacles. I mean, this is funny that we're talking about love at work, right? To kind of get us, you know, on the marker, and to continue. You know, there is some form of regimented discipline and consistency being required at this time. And you guys, to be clear, for some of us, that looks like, okay, now wait a minute, I've worked 12 hours already today. So I'm gonna, at least for 6 of these hours, work on slowing down, work on breathing, work on, you know, massaging my, you know, whatever, work on telling the inner child, as well as, you know, regulating that central nervous system, that you are okay, you are safe, right? You don't have to apologize for taking a rest, right? I mean, imagine, you know, if you really just understood how the body is in its own ways and measures a form of biotech, right? You would never expect to use your cell phone, for instance, for 52 hours and not once think about, should I charge this soon? Like 52 hours? But many people are out there trying to work 72 hours before they're even actually getting like 4 hours sleep. And it's like, how do you figure that that's actually a thing to do and win at this, right? Make it make sense. So there is some sort of reintegrating of higher mindedness, which I love. And I do see that on both sides. Okay. I do see you manifesting this person. I do see an apology if that is something that should be, you know, extended. This person really wants to extend that to you and get into some brighter energy here, some celebratory energy. They know that this uh, is very much a real receipt. Okay, it's like this. You're, yep. Can't really get around this. Like this happened. And for those that don't know, the Three of Swords really talks about like gut wrenching heartache. Okay, especially when you're talking about what's supposed to be a romantic and or lover type situationship even, right? And I gather whoever I'm speaking to, you know, you do have heavy intuition about you. There seems to be even some growth here. You could be subscribed as, oh my gosh, there she is, High Priestess energy, right? And you two are closing out cycles. This, long story short, collective, whether you're guy, girl, what have you, okay, if you resonate with being on the part of the side of the person that walked away ultimately, all right, uh, who I am subscribing to the feminine energy here, just for clarity's sake for me, right? It's my birthday. Just let me have this one so I don't get myself confused, right? But really, this is a lesson about your self-worth, like honoring who you are, adding that tax unapologetically, not about being bitter to be better, just about honoring who you are. And when you do that, you do live better. You do make better choices. I mean, it's just that you can't get around that, right? Um, but you did walk away, I'm getting, okay, and that was not something easy. That was not something painless as well. However, um, this is how you know. Oops, hold on a second. I mean, look, I got the star, the magician, the high priestess, the mother, the star mother, excuse me, and the queen of cups coming out for you, whether you're guy, girl, what have you, but getting heavy feminine energy, forgive me. All right, on the other side of you walking away, on the other side of you closing out this cycle, I mean, there's no stopping you. you have integrated into your higher self. And once you do that, you can't accept unrequited love. To do so would be a, a detriment to your own soul. I mean, it's really that spiritual of a situation, not even being dramatic. Okay. And so victory stands for you guys, right? This Ace of Swords is coming in. Again, could be between now and October. I'm getting these tens everywhere. You could be seeing 10, 10, some significance. This is a mature man of sorts, a man who is matured. Okay, take what resonates here. Or someone in masculine energy who has matured. Okay, and they want this truce, they want this peace, they want this rest, rejuvenation energy. I feel like this and this is just part of the depiction of the karmic repercussions. Okay, this person could have been drinking, ugly crying, because they know that they did this to a star being, star seed, a chosen one, an earth angel, a high priestess. All right, someone on the great side of karma. They've got this clarity now. Okay, and they want to come in and do what's right. Could be seeing sixes as well. This is a very, with the Hierophant again, this is a very high level hierarchy soulmate type of energy, whether you want to say twin flame or not. But you know what? As painful as this lesson was, it made you stronger. It made you know that you've got to choose you if and when you've got to choose you. All right. It's not about being better than anyone. It's about loving you better than moon cycles before, and such to the point where you are in a position to lead as to exactly how to love you better, because you yourself know how to love you. All right. The question was never, could you love another? The question really is, can you wholly love another without wholly loving yourself first? Right. Okay. So once you kind of take some of the emotionality out of it, and I'm not trying to like make it seem like, oh, heartache is nothing. Are you kidding me? I get it on a very personal note. Okay. It could even be not even October, it could be the month of September. Just saying. Which is in like what, 2 days? Right now, finances and career are really needing to be looked at, really needing to be strategized. Okay, separate and apart, you guys. Nobody's telling you, okay, romance angels, your girl, all right, whether you call me love or my name, right, or God, goddess is telling you to, hold your breath, get into the waiting room, listen to the music until this person, what? No, you got your finances, you got your life to live, right? You've got your career to either up level, and or reintegrate. Okay, but this reconciliation is very much a thing coming through, and you've been intending for this to be a thing, because you've been with the Magician card and the attraction coming out, intending. All right, it's happening. You're manifesting this. Okay, but again, by doing the work, not by holding your breath and ripping up seeds. How about now? Does he love me today? How about now? Right. But there is some significance between now and holiday time, which really is giving uh you know winter months. Maybe not October, but November. Well, Halloween. So it's still that time frame, right? This could lead to engagement, you guys. Now here's a sitch. You're being guided to pay attention to the red flags and watch that freaking codependency. Codependency ain't love. Codependency ain't cute. Codependency is not the end game. Codependency is not the goal. Okay? And that's why, even going back to this finances and career, it's like, ain't no codependency with this, right? Like, you do you know what I'm saying? If anything, when y'all get to splitting the bag up together, it's an equal situation, right? You don't want an unrequited financial situation. Do you? How are you going to be a power couple and you got unrequited anything, right? Watch the codependency. Do not glorify the red flags, okay? If you see any, it got to be addressed. Because otherwise, what are you building together? Another lie, another fallacy, another tower moment? That's odd. It's not, I would advise against that, right? You got better things to do, like love you first. There is some cheat code about this, can't say it any plainer, where you've got to actually be like, call it selfish if you gotta, all right, but you really gotta love you. You really gotta put your best foot forward for you first, as well as your, you know, what you got going on with your bag, with your legacy wealth, with your career, all right? And the rest is going to fall into place as long as you don't dismiss any kind of red flag energy. Could be on your side too. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, make sure you got that plank all the way out of your eye before you go sweeping it around to try to see who you're trying to project onto, okay? But this passion is real, okay? This manifestation is really a thing for you, okay? But allow your heart to kind of sing its joyous tune now. Don't wait for the outcome. The outcome already is. You just get grateful. All right. If you want to get a little impatient, you find, I'm getting a little impatient. You really don't want to get a little impatient. Get grateful. Okay. You can choose that on the other side of authentically realizing, feeling a little impatient. It doesn't work so well if you lie to yourself. No, I'm fine. Everything, can I? Right? Okay. If you're getting impatient, you got to face it, like that tower moment that we saw. And forgive me, because I want to call her Kimmy Schmidt. Oh my gosh, I can't remember her name on the as the character in The Office, because I feel like she wasn't there for like season 1. But you know, she was smiling. If you kind of, yeah, here she goes. Yeah, if you remove that background, it's easily like New Year's Eve, Times Square vibes. Like, it's like, hey, I'm gonna go meet you. It's the best day ever. Right? It's not giving like, help me, somebody help me. Right? Like, no, I think she's probably like at least singing lyrics to something, or you know what I mean? There's no fear in her eyes. She's all like, huh, like, you know, like hyper focused and amazed, right? So, okay, you gotta face it. That's how you free yourself. Really. It's as simple as that. It's time to take back control of your life, you guys. They made cards about it. It's time to take back control of your life. I'm so serious. Now, next steps, okay? This new path, this wish fulfillment, this, look at this. I just split the deck to the freaking Ace of Wands, okay? Just to be clear. I know we just talked about this being the month of September and all, but new energy off of the same card. It's the way it works sometimes, you guys. All right. Embrace oneness with the universe is coming out, along with pause in your journey. Okay. You know, me, logically, I would have had this card come out about the pause, right? About the rewards coming in, about the closing out the cycles first, before I would have talked about embracing oneness with the universe. But the thing is, you literally have to embrace oneness with the universe. Okay, which interestingly enough comes with angelic code 16, reducing down to another one of those 7s, like we got on this Enoch card. Okay, or I said Enoch, could be some significance. Enoch, epoch. In order to even make that pause, there's some aspect about, do you believe in, like, not only the ability but the capability of making a decision, right? Like, if somebody said, okay, I'm gonna give you $50 million if you just hit the like, okay? If you didn't believe that I was going to give you $50 million, you might not hit the like. You're like, ain't no way she got $50 million. Why would I even hit the like? She's lying to me at this point, right? See how, like, the believability and the capability and the believability in the capability kind of really has to be working towards even a delusion, if that's what you want to call it. But long story short, to get you into this receptivity energy where you action out according to your alignment to receive. Right? So in that last scenario, that would have been hitting the like. Hit the like if you haven't, by the way, okay? Much love and light, you guys. So basically, this is playing out the epitome of that lesson of, you've got to believe you've already got it, to have received it already in order to have it, in order to get it. I know it doesn't sound so sensical, but it is literally the truth. Okay. And I think that's why Spirit really had the pause and the journey come out after the embrace. There's that action, embrace, right? Mentally, intending to wrap your head around even some aspects of this thing we call life, which is far more spiritual. You would have to do that part in order to take this pause to then get in the downloads, to then understand that you actually are being rewarded and life isn't just happening to you, it's happening for you, kind of thing, right? On the other side of that, enter the euphoria, right? So there could be some significance to Medusa. There could be some significance to a masquerade party. This could have some significance to that 10 energy, that October energy, okay? Because it's making me think of like Halloween ball, right? Or maybe Halloween parade type of energy. And of all things, it says honor yourself, collective. Wow. Wonder why it would ever say such a thing. Like, what do you, I mean, go figure. All right. Beautiful energy of number 9 as well. Okay. 9. All right. You are in like too many high vibrational and reward filled frequency energies right now not to be blessed. So please don't be that one to not understand that. Okay. If you understand it, you're not walking around talking about I claim poverty. You're not walking around talking about I am stressed. Okay, because that's those are like word curses on top of the situation you're already like climbing out of. Make it make sense? All right, I hope somebody's getting this. How can you feed others when your own table is empty? So you want to claim poverty, and you want to claim what you see when you look to the left and to the right, and still have the audacity to try to make somebody else smile, to try to make somebody else laugh, to try to make somebody else feel validated, knowing damn well you don't feel any of those things, and your cup doesn't even run it over, so you're actually just bleeding out. Why would you do that? Did somebody teach you that? Okay, maybe somebody did, right? But so what? You're the teacher now, right? You're in charge. Put your coach hat on and say, I don't feel good when I am in lack. All right. Again, the forward focus right now is what makes you feel good. Okay. You've got to find what makes you feel good and stick to it. Some of you, it's, actions such as jobs or not, right? Actions such as speaking out words or not, right? Depending on who I'm reading for, you know the decisions that you need to make, the changes that you need to make. And if you don't know, you are just now finding out, hello, that you should be asking these questions. You should have questions about decisions. Because if you are here never making a decision, I don't know how you equate that to life. Just saying. Okay. Um, the magic that you seek right now is literally inside of you. The anointing that you seek right now is literally upon you and within you. Okay. You refract back unto source, sovereignty. Okay. Whether you subscribe to being a witch here or not doesn't have to be the case, you guys. All right. But really, when you look up that term, I mean, many of you will find that that definition stands. Okay. Again, whether you subscribe to being that or not. And there is a 36, again, reducing to a 9 here. Too much divinity, too much high frequency, and too much spiritual embrace around you not to get through this. Okay, please do not give up. This Ace of Wands really already exists. Okay, you are literally, because I'm trying to watch my words here, like it exists, and I know you're going like where, right, or like it's coming. I need you to know, just lock in on the it exists and be grateful. You don't really have to cloudy, you don't really have to muddy the waters, okay, or get cloudy on the whens or the hows, okay? Just know that you are worthy, right? Right? Because you are, right? Okay. You don't have to have anyone else tell you that, though, remember? But you can tell you that, in case if you forgot or got a little foggy there. All right, that's okay. You may have to tell yourself that a few times. That's okay. Keep going, though, because that's exactly how you get to the point where you don't have to ask where about this new beginning. All right, I hope somebody's getting this. With this love the darkness, all right, you do need to honor all aspects of self, okay? All powers belong to God, as it were, right? Dark and light. Go figure, all right? Now, this is not to glorify darkness beyond the way that it serves you, okay? And by darkness, I'm talking about the ability to be perhaps swift with raising the standard, or swift with upholding the boundary, and unapologetically so, right? Of course, people that love that super duper love and light version of you to the point where they can overuse and or I'm gonna spell it ABUSEU and the situation. They're not gonna like you honoring the darkness. That goes like no is a complete sentence, and I don't owe you an explanation. Okay. So to be clear, this is not talking about like over glorifying any kind of darkness or dark entity or attachment, right? This is talking about what in your forward focus, okay, serves you versus what doesn't. And making those decisions to only rock with what makes you feel good, what serves you, okay? It's time to lead some of you. Some of you have been doing this work for the long haul, I'm hearing to say. And you are to step up into some form of spotlight, whether it's on, a platform like your girls, right? Like social media comes to mind, or in your community, or maybe some of you even in your church, in your synagogue, however the divine has placed you. Okay, and there's divine right strategy. I mean, who are we to say otherwise? Okay, so different strokes for different folks here, but no one left behind out of this one. It is time to lead. It is time to be the leader, for yourself as well as others at this thing called life. Okay. Not in the sense of, some form of type of riot mindset, but in the sense of really understanding that it is okay to believe in yourself, and understanding simultaneously that the divine believes in you just the same. Okay. It's going to behoove you well to get to this new beginning by believing yourself, okay? And so you are guided into this pause on the other side of, hopefully, at least through this message, embracing oneness with the universe, understanding like there is no severability, and that you do have a level of responsibility to upkeep and uphold about your level of discipline and consistency in this walk. All right, towards what though? A divine breakthrough, assistance, assistive type of energy regarding a new path, a new life, new earth energy, your own sacred utopia. Okay, and more. I feel like I'm not really describing it or hyping it up enough, but at the same time it's kind of hard to give just generic words and not go down rabbit holes. And your girl gotta go soon, okay, you guys? So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that resonated. Let me know for those that maybe resonated with the what do you call it? The work lover sitch. Do you want the chart placements and or initials before I let you go? If not, I'm gonna ring the bell, you guys, and we're gonna get going in a minute. Long story short, you guys, this is the way that you shine. Please don't let anyone try to dull your sparkle. Whether you're a guy, girl, what have you, okay? Really, we're talking about the light that you carry, all right? Not even just the diamond. Of course, you are precious, far more precious than gold, even, okay? Um, but the thing about the diamond is, you guys, it doesn't really get that way without a lot of pressure. And I know in current energies, you feel like all hell is breaking loose. Some of you, you've experienced hurricanes. Others of you, you've experienced lightning storms and or flooding. There's a lot to do with like sky and earth energy, but really involving aspects of water, this lightning, cloud, condensation, water. All right. It's giving, it's like the epitome of the Schumann resonance, right? For those that know, okay? If you don't know, please check the Facebook group, all right? Sharing a lot of informative information over there, you guys, that I really hope you are taking in, okay? It's really going to empower you and assist you in healing, as well as getting all you came here for. I'm so serious. Well, let's talk about this diamond energy um, really quick, and then I'm going to get to the bell has rung, you guys. Please put your question in the box. If that is applicable to you now, you get one free question per live stream. That's why I'm saying it that way. So, um, okay, let me just see here. Yeah, it's important now to take risks. Okay. There is something about, you know, like even with the career aspect of the reading, you guys, I was talking about like, it wasn't collaboration, but like hobnobbing. Okay, there's something about like making eye contact, opening yourself up, being vulnerable, being personable, coming through that. I mean, you're really being inspired to do so. Okay, that may feel risky, but on the other side of it, it's like, hello, you get everything you want. So, like, won't it be worth the risk? Yeah, right? Divine's not here setting you up for failure. And even if they did, it's part of your victory plan. Okay, you get take the take the pressure, the stigma, the fear out of the situation, and just think about that. Like, how is failure the epitome of the ending, the epitome of like the end result, or your life, or your livelihood, right? Like, how could it just be just that? It doesn't add up. All right, when you understand truthfully who you are. All right, and that's why we talk about, hey, make the time to meditate, say your prayers. Okay. All right, because all of this pressure, all of this pain, all right, is leading to your breakthrough. Exactly what this lightning card is indicating. All right, anything that you've lost, anything that you've had to bleed out along the way, has really been to assist you to lighten your load, to allow you to ascend, to allow you to reintegrate into the person that you told the universe you are, or some of you, maybe more aptly stated, who you want to be. Okay, well, you're doing it, baby. This is your new path. Okay, this is your breakthrough. Some of you need to connect with crystals. Some of you need to do some abundance planning. Others, aromatherapy could help you with some of the stress relief, the pressure, with the impatience even. Okay, look it up, you guys. Google is a wonderful tool for whatever you want to use it for. All right, so if you want to look up those angel numbers, if you want to know more about metaphysical properties of rocks, whatever, it's all there. But also, please be guided by your intuition. Okay, so you're not misled by any kind of false info out there, of course. With this flow of flow like water energy coming out with the aromatherapy. I did get the download that somebody here is let me look it up because I don't want to say it wrong. I think it's clear sentient. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, no. Okay, clair olfactance. Okay, the psychic sense of smelling, right? Somebody here in the collective has been experiencing that, so this is a confirmation. This is your message. But you're also being guided to, when you smell those smells, if they are triggering, okay, you gotta, like that tower moment, face it, okay, and coach yourself out of whatever wounded space you find yourself in. So like if this is something in your childhood and you're like all of a sudden, you smell grandma such and such perfume, right? um Try to go into that memory, and not in the sense of like, wow, I've got to be traumatized, I hate this, but in the sense of, what can you learn? What are you being asked to remember, and why? Because some of you, some people, quite frankly, could just be projecting that onto you. Hey, hope they remember blah blah blah, right? And then you go back and look and you're like, okay, no, I definitely don't enjoy, this doesn't make me feel good, right? And so just let that be confirmation that you, if you walked away, good on you. If you didn't, you should, kind of, you know what I mean? Like, and allow that just to be a confirmation, not a wound, right? That you're doing the right thing, you are living out what your higher self, and quite frankly what your inner child would prefer, right? At this point, take what resonates to plug in there. As far as an example, uh, this isn't for everyone necessarily, because I don't know that everyone here has that particular like the clear olfactants, right? But there's something about also, um, in spite of you being presented with whatever that childhood memory is, with whatever the trigger is, with whatever the memory is through that psychic situation, and again, the smelling, really embrace it in the sense of the version of who you are now. What would they say, think, and or feel about the situation, or in spite of the situation, in spite of the memory of the event, et cetera, right? In spite of the um remembrance of the connection, etc., etc. Okay, because there's something in there for you to empower you, not just simply and solely trigger you and keep you wounded. Okay, and you guys, again, connect with your crystals, look up metaphysical properties, ones that calm, ones that heal, right? Ones that cleanse. Okay, let me see what we got in the comments section here. Anybody have any questions? If you eat me, so if the smell comes back around, just try to, sometimes that can happen. Like it's kind of like, even like with a vision, it's like it comes in and you can startle yourself out of it, kind of thing. And it happens, right? And it happens sometimes even unintentionally, but if you can maintain your sense of being grounded in spite of that download, really is what it is. Okay, with the smell or with the vision or the remembrance, right? But be mindful, utilize your intuition, you guys, because there's a lot of people right now that are realizing that they're this is the energy I'm trying to describe, okay? About people, places, and really things, even at this point, understanding they can't go where, it's like, oh, you've won. Like, not in the sense of some sort of contest, but in the sense of you understand who you are. And so, like, your personal integrity and or personal power is not really able to be like usurped, kind of thing, right? You're not casting your pearl before swines, and you're not allowing yourself to not be accountable if and when you do, right? When you live it that long enough, you really start living a higher vibe life. You start thinking higher vibe thoughts and experiencing higher vibe feelings, like that euphoria card that came out, okay, that comes to mind, right? This is all here very much in existence for you, collective. um Please just continue to make the choice, because I feel like you have made the choice. Obviously, why are we talking about this otherwise? But please make the choice to continue. All right. And without this like permission slip to suffer any more than is necessary, right? Gone are the days of it's fine, I'm fine, right? Unless and until you believe that, right? In the sense of authenticity, if you're not okay, being authentically not okay with yourself. Not in the sense of having a pity party, but in the sense of, okay, we've identified this feeling, this situation, this mindset, this mentality, this fear. What are we going to do about it? Because you get to choose. That's all I'm saying, right? Hopefully that makes sense, you guys. I really appreciate you hopping on and hanging out with your girl on her birthday. Thank you, Madeline, so much again. Much love and light. Thank you to all who came on, did the damn thing. You know the live stream rules. You hit like on the video and you rocked it out with me as long as you could. I appreciate you for that. You guys, please be mindful to watch the content that's already uploaded as well. Your girls spent hours the other days, making that last pick a pile. So if you haven't checked it out, I really appreciate you guys checking it out. I asked you guys to show me some love at the end by giving a particular emoji, and nobody said anything. It's not even a cricket there in the comment section about that. So show your girl some love. All right, doesn't have to be necessarily through the Cash App. Watch a video, okay? Get something out of the content here, because it's for you to get, okay? I can't say it any plainer than that. And thank you for those that do. Of course, I'm not unmindful. Thank you for those that are sharing over there as well on the Facebook group. You guys, we got a page and a group over there. And definitely check out the other social medias. Fault me not, though. I'm really focusing on YouTube right now. I gotta get back with Instagram and TikTok. Whew, Lord help me. But all is well, all is well. And really, that is our truth. Okay, in spite of what you do see when you look to the left and to the right, remember, please don't forget. All right, I need you guys to remember. Yes, eat me. What's your question, babe? You guys, check out your girl's song. Put it in the bag. It's on Spotify. It's on Apple Music. All major distributors. That's a very yesy yes. On the other side of learning the lesson, though, all is well anyhow, right? All is well, Whitney. All is well. Okay? Be mindful of the seeds that you plant with your money, as well as your time, Whitney, so that once you get out of that, you just remain in the calmer water area. The soft era, as it were, which you're definitely deserving of. All right? Hopefully that makes sense. Much love and light. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for everything. Mwah.